Hey folks, as you may know, I did a video series years ago called Lyrics 101 where I talked about lyrics in an educational way.
It's the catchiest part of the song, so it gets in your head and you end up singing it when you don't even mean to. Under the sea.
With jokes. So this is the first Lyrics 101 video in quite some time, and today I'd like to talk about my top 10 lyrical pet peeves. The clichés and lazy filler phrases that just irk me pretty much every time I hear them. And in most cases, it's because I feel like a straightforward lyric should mimic how people actually talk. Or in the case of a narrative song, it should mimic how the particular character singing speaks. Alright, let's get into it. Number 10! Starting us off, we have making a joke about not being able to rhyme when that has nothing to do with the song or the character singing. This is something I see over and over again, especially in musicals, especially musicals written by improv people. No shade, just telling the truth. And maybe I'm just jaded at this point, but to me, it is not funny. It has been so done.
Other times, I go with Seagrams. Oh, snaps, nothing rhymes with Seagrams.
Cause bedtime is the right time to fight crime. I can't think of a rhyme. It's as weird as an AM, and it's so extra. I can't think of a word that rhymes with extra.
So done.
Lord, if I could just give me a record deal, I might not have to worry about my next meal, but I'd still be trying to figure out what the rhyme from. You ain't got no innocence. We can't even think of a word to rhyme.
And what it portrays to me is that the lyricist was too lazy to figure out a good rhyme. In my opinion, a strong punchline that actually rhymes is always going to land better and have a little more artistic integrity than this gag. Integrity, I feel like such a snob. I am. The only exception to this rule would be a character singing this that would have a reason to do it, like maybe they're writing a song that they're singing in real time.
What the hell am I doing? Who am I fooling? Writing songs for frogs. Those nasty gnats. They're nature's little acrobats. I hate them more than kitty acrobats.
And so not being able to think of a rhyme makes sense because they're writing it as they go. Or maybe they're a character who has trouble putting their thoughts together.
I'm sitting all day underneath my favorite rock. Bikini Bottom. Now it rhymes with rock. Bikini Bottom. Nothing rhymes with rock. It's a typical Bikini Bottom day.
So it could reflect that musically.
I could take a time like, what's them things that move slow, you know them? Damn, I can't think cause you on my mind. And when you on my mind, I can't find anything that rhymes with the word rhyme.
But in general, I just don't like it. Don't do it. Number 9. Rhyming home with Rome. One annoying thing about the English language for lyricists is that there are so few rhymes for some of the most important words we use. Home, life, love. If you're trying to rhyme with these, you don't have a lot of options. When I was writing my Star Trek parody musical, I really wanted to end a lyric of a song with the word home, but I didn't want to rhyme it with Rome, or there's other ones that can be a real stretch, but I got around it by making it genome, which in the context of this weird sci-fi parody show, I think it's fair to say, worked.
I sort of killed his wife, and I'm half of his genome. The chickens can, but you can't ever go.
The reason I'm not a fan of home rhyming with Rome is that it's not really a thing people say, especially in the last, 60 or 70 years. Have you ever really heard someone say, wherever I may roam, or no matter where I roam? No. So if it's not sung in a stylized situation, like a character that would actually say that, plausibly, don't do it. Number 8. Any use of the word strife or a variation of cuts me like a knife. This is a two-parter because they're basically two versions of the same rhyme.
Forget about your worries and your strife. There will be no trouble and strife.
Now, like I said a second ago, life is one of those words where there just aren't a lot of options to rhyme with it, especially if you can't use wife. So instead of taking a step back and going, do I really need to use life in this exact spot? Can I flip stuff around? Can I Tetris it in a different way? They just lean back on strife.
Why mess around with strife?
Or cuts like a knife. If something cuts you, it almost definitely cuts you like a knife. If you really want to get creative, think outside the box. Cuts me like a mongoose, cuts me like a kumquat, cuts me like a baby's head. We just don't need like a knife.
Agony that can cut like a knife. Why don't you twist it and turn it and cut it like a knife?
And it cut me like a knife when you walked out of my life.
And as for strife, it's the same problem with home and Rome. When do people refer to strife? It's just there to rhyme with life or wife, folks. Or knife, I guess.
Number 7.
Rhyming the word heart with either part or apart. If you go back and listen to 50s and 60s bubblegum pop songs, they're just infested with this rhyme.
He broke your heart, just like you broke mine when you said we was part.
Hello, Mary Lou. Goodbye, heart, I do, Mary Lou. We never part.
Only thing I say can play a part and give a God a helping heart.
It's been done. And while I don't always love people saying it's been done as a way to shut down someone else's creativity, this is an opinion I hold very deeply in my heart. This opinion and I will never part.
Number 6.
Can't you see or don't you see? To be fair, this is one I've done myself.
Every street fighter needs a hot stud, don't you see?
You hear it so often in love songs.
Can't you see?
But if somebody said, can't you see or don't you see in real life, I feel like it would almost definitely be angry or annoyed or stern. Now, it does sometimes fit in various movies, TV shows, plays, if the acting style is a little bit heightened, like fantasy or murder mystery.
Don't you see?
But to me, it feels like filler.
Number 5.
Rhyming self with shelf. This is yet another rhyme that people almost always see coming, and it almost always feels forced. Now, I have used some lyrical cliches in my day, but this is one where I feel like my record is pretty good.
He hoisted this upon himself. Who is this Italian handyman elf? It's
Number 4.
Feeling blue.
I am all so blue. Why do you haunt me and keep me feeling blue? Am I blue?
No, you're not.
Number 3.
Oh so, as in, oh so good, or oh so in love.
I love you oh so much. Wasn't it good? So good. Wasn't he fine? So fine.
Now this is one that can be good or bad depending on the tone, and I guess that goes for a lot of these. If you're saying, oh so, like, oh so good, and the tone of the lyric is sort of like the lyricist or the character kind of making fun of that kind of flowery speech, great. But if it's straightforward, especially if it's straightforward and contemporary, it just feels silly. If it's played straight by anyone other than like a medieval princess in a 1950s Broadway show, it's oh so no.
Number 2.
To the core or down in my core.
Baby,
money, rich and gang to the car.
Still I ache deep in my core.
You have to swear to me as promised to the core.
Especially that last one. How do you promise to the core? I shall never forget you. Yet again, it's filler. It's not really something people say. Like, I guess maybe if someone said, like, rocked me to the core, that for some reason feels better to me. Definitely better than cuts me to the core. Get rid of the core! Unless it is a Ben & Jerry's chocolate core, in which case, please put it in my freezer and exit quietly.
Number 1.
Plain to see.
But it's plain to see. It's plain to see. It's plain to see. It's plain to see. It's plain to see.
It's plain to see.
It's plain to see.
Plain to see. That's plain to see.
Plain to see.
Plain to see.
This close cousin of Don't You See and Can't You See is very annoying to me because, like, okay, I can imagine someone saying Can't You See or Don't You See in some contemporary regular context. Plain to see? Like using the word plain to mean obvious? I don't think anyone says that anymore unless they're 200 years old.
'Cause you made it plain to see.
Like, you technically could use it. In the same way that you technically could say, let's 23 skidoo out of here, you clam-baked ring-a-dings. If you watch TV from like 60 years ago, yeah, people will say like, it's plain as the nose on your face, it's plain to see. But nowadays, it's just like this regurgitated lyric from older, cornier songs. Don't regurgitate corn. Sorry if you're eating. So if you're a lyricist, what should you do when you start to write something with one of these phrases, or worse, your first draft already has one? Well, first off, ask yourself whether it's appropriate to the character or the persona of whoever's singing. All of the phrases and rhymes I mentioned could be appropriate in some circumstances, but if your lyric fails that test, take a look at the word you're trying to rhyme with. A thesaurus really comes in handy here, but you might also break it down to what it means and find another way to express that. For instance, if you wanted to say, the moment I saw you, you stole my heart. I love you, baby, I hope we never part. But you wanted to avoid that pair of rhyming words, you could say, the moment I saw you, I nearly cried. Let's stay together, cause I need you by my side. Now, that's not a great replacement, and by my side is its own lyrical cliche, but it's an example of how you can rework a pair of rhyming lines to avoid a lazy cliche while basically communicating the same idea. Now remember, my opinions are just that. Opinions. And anytime I criticize other people's lyrics, it's always hypocritical because I am a flawed lyricist myself, as so many of you love to point out in all the comments. But I thought I'd share those with you today, and I hope they might help you if you're a lyricist or just someone who likes to be really picky about songs. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Season 12 is rolling right along, and I'll see you again soon. If you want to support me on Patreon, you can't, because I'm not currently doing Patreon, but you can buy a digital copy of my super fun Jackbox-style party game, Use Your Words, available on all current-gen consoles, Steam, and even the Wii U. It's $14.99 and you're gonna love it. Another way to support is to buy some of my music. You can go to brentalfloss.bandcamp.com. You can search for me on Spotify or iTunes or Apple Music. Almost anywhere digital music is sold or streamed. Also, please subscribe if you haven't already. I'm really hoping to get to 500,000 subs by the end of Season 12. And also, the like button and the notification bell are good things to click as well. Alright, see you soon.